Premier Moe and I were able to sign a historic agreement with Saskatoon Tribal Council, Tribal Chief Mark Arcan, and the 7 supporting First Nations. We were able to establish a first contact protocol, which was first ever done in Saskatchewan. We also re-established a delegation agreement with Saskatoon Tribal Council. We are working together in the children's best interest as equals. We know it's very important that they have connection to their family, their community, and most importantly to their culture, to make sure that they don't lose any of those cultural components in their lives. We've heard stories through the 60 Scoop about people losing their culture and losing their language. We want to make sure that that doesn't happen, and that's why that this agreement is so critical.
Right now I'm proud to say we have 14 kids that are being repatriated back to their communities, so that's a good step, and I think we have to brag about that and show the rest of the province and the world that we have a model that's going to benefit everybody by working together.
We're also working with the Saskatchewan Housing Corporation to see if there are opportunities for emergency receiving homes in and around the First Nations that are supporting this. We've had some other First Nations across the province be able to approach us and say, you know, how can we do this in our area? How can we work together with the province and the federal government to make sure that the kids in our community have that attachment to culture, to their family, and to their community? How is this going to work, and how can we do it in our communities?
Our First Nations communities and our leaders and the ministry have said the child is first. That's the most important thing. People are wanting to make changes and not relying on the old systems to be the status quo, and we are making a difference in that area. I'm very proud to say that you took a big, giant step forward when you came to our First Nations Treaty Assembly to meet with all of our chiefs and our councils and our people. That shows a lot of leadership and a lot of support to making a difference, and I want to personally thank you for that.
We need to make sure that the parents have every opportunity to be able to enhance their skills and make sure that when the child is reunified, and that's always our goal, is to make sure that that child comes back into that family, that the parents have the support that they need to be able to support that kid.
I think every child deserves to have a bright future, and we're going to work extremely hard to make that happen. We can't do it alone. We need your support, and we need to work together, and I think we've created that. And we need to let the general public know that we're in this together.
This agreement came into place by Tribal Chief Mark Arcan and I sitting down and having a coffee. To be able to sit down and look at what have we done in the past, what is it that we can improve on, and how can we make a difference on a go-forward basis. The Tribal Chief invited me several times to talk to the chiefs and to the councillors and be able to make sure that they had the trust in the government. We need to reestablish that trust with the Indigenous communities, and this was a huge step forward in that.
The community is really supportive of how that process works, because it's not a top-down approach to say we are going to dictate how this works. It's really investing and listening to the people of what they need inside of the community. So very proud to say that those are really milestones, and they continue to grow, and it's been very impactful.